going on, everyone? So, that's right, I have another movie review for you. I went and saw the movie Come Play. So, this is a new movie, and I actually didn't know much about it, but with the way things are with movies right now, you don't have a whole lot of options. So, I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna go. And I'm actually just gonna start kind of backwards again on this one. Like, I thought the film was incredible. I'm already gonna just kind of go out and be like, I give this film an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was different. I liked the message in the story. But you know, which was surprising. Maybe I went in because I didn't know anything about it with very low expectations, and it just came out thoroughly surprised. So let's dive into this. This movie was directed by Jacob Chase. Now, there's two aspects of this that you might see online. This is based off the short film called Larry that Jacob Chase did. That's what's mostly going around. That's the one that I typically gonna believe. That's what's, you know, this is mostly known from. This is based off of the short film that he did prior. Now, there's another conspiracy, I don't know, theory of where this film originated from, which there's some foundation, I've never even heard of it, called SCP Foundation. I don't know anything about it. I don't, like, outside of, I think they're just like a collection of a bunch of, you know, alien, supernatural, that kind of stories and stuff, and apparently this is very similar to a story that's already in place inside that foundation. So I don't know anything about that. I'm just going off of the facts that was presented to me when I was looking up this film. So this is based off of a short film that he did prior. And Larry, what is Larry? Well, we're gonna get to that. This film stars, I think I'm pronouncing it right. I'm not 100% positive. I'm sorry if I butcher this. Azhy Robertson. It's A-Z-H-Y. So if I spelled it wrong, or I pronounced it wrong, I at least spelled it correctly. So Azhy Robertson, and the only thing that you might know him from is he was in that movie called Marriage Story. It's about the kid and his parents are going through a divorce. And then his parents are Kylo Ren and Black Widow, so obviously you understand why his parents are going through a divorce. So that was his big breakout role that I think came out maybe last year. And here he is again in this movie called Come Play. So it also stars Gillian Jacobs and Gallagher Jr. So that's the main cast. And I'll give it to Azhy, though, because he plays an autistic child. And he does a phenomenal job. Even my buddy who I went and saw this with, he was like, man, do you think he's actually autistic? You know, because he did a phenomenal job. And I definitely applaud him. For children actors to be that talented is incredible. Because the work and dedication and studying that they have to put into it is more than I've ever done. But anyways, yeah. So in this film, the way they adapted and that kind of stuff is he uses technology quite a bit to interact and things like that with people. Well, it just so happens that Larry uses technology as well, as we've seen in the trailers. And I don't want to dive into anything more than that, but you've seen Larry in the trailers. This movie is PG-13. And so, and the reason why is it's monster-ish thing. I don't want to give anything away. And so there's some scary elements. In fact, I like to think I'm pretty good at not jumping. And my buddy, he definitely lost that battle that we had on who jumped more. I did jump once, and I'm not going to tell you the scene because I don't want to. I want you. Well, actually, it doesn't even matter. I'm not going to tell you the scene, so don't worry. But I'm going to tell you. You know it's coming. And that's what makes me so mad, is because I knew the scene was coming, or this jump was coming, and it still got me. Let me know in the comments below if that stuff ever happens to you. Like, you know it's coming and you still jump. So, but I still won because I only jumped. My buddy definitely yelled out a profanity word in the whole theater. So there was only 6 of us in there or whatever, so it wasn't a big deal, but it was pretty funny. I started busting out laughing after that. It made it very, very fun and worthwhile for me. So if you have a friend that jumps a lot that wouldn't mind seeing this film, definitely take them, because you guys will have a great time, because there's a ton of jump scares in this film, a ton. But the story backs up. A lot of movies, they focus too much on the jump scares, and that's where the story falls short. I think the story reflects it very well, because you do have an autistic child. There's a big story with Larry that I'm not going to get into. There's some bullying and things like that in this film, just because Azhy is different. And I think they do a great job with it. It's not just a typical horror, scary movie. I think there's actually a message with it, and that's why I really enjoyed it. I had my suspense, my adrenaline rush in some of the scenes, and you got a great story out of it. I mean, what more do you want? And that's actually how I'm gonna leave it. I really enjoyed it. Give it an 8 out of 10. It's in theaters right now, so probably, I don't know, it'll be available everywhere else here in a few months, or maybe even a couple. It might even be short due to the way movie theaters are right now. And so just be on the lookout for it. If you don't want to go to theaters, that's fine. But this is a movie that I recommend watching when you get home, if you're into this kind of movies. Like, it is got some scary elements. It's not the greatest horror movie of all time or anything like that, but it's got some suspense for sure. So there you have it. There's no after credit scene, nothing like that. And actually, I'm just kidding. I know I always do this. I always say, oh, and that's it, and then I add one more thing. I'm going to say, I just want to give a shout out to Jacob and his whole entire team that put this together, because when I did look it up, this movie cost $9 million. And I would never have guessed that. I thought a lot of the cinematography, the way they executed a lot of these cool angles, and like, this won't give anything away, but like, you kind of like got that like other perspective or whatever, like a mirror. Like, you've seen it in movies or whatever, like if somebody's standing like looking in the mirror reflection and then somebody's looking behind it, like you can see like through the mirror and the person's reflection, different things like that. That's not in this film, so I didn't ruin anything. But there's perspectives that they do with this film, the cinematography wise, that I thought were truly incredible. And they did this whole movie on $9 million. And I even thought Larry looks really cool. He was different. So just props to him, the entire team, the cast. Great job. I don't know if I can endorse this movie any more than I have. So there you have it. No after credit. If you did see it, let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. I mean, am I overhyping this? Oh, don't let me overhype it. Crap. Maybe that's part of why it went in. So just go in there expecting to see a good movie. That's it. If you like this video, hit the like button, and like always, hit subscribe. That way you're notified for future movie reviews, because I'm still going as long as theaters are open. I'm here for you guys and my enjoyment.